in this spot. Junior from Pittsburgh.
Chopper down the third base line. Molinaro comes in. Will he have time to make the throw? Yes, he will. A nice defensive play from Bryce Molinaro to get out number one in the 3, and Matthias kind of rounding out a very powerful duo. Another chopper on the ground. This one to Davis at second. He'll be there with plenty of time to flip it over to Barnett for out number 2. It's home plate umpire down the third base line. The 3-2 pitch called. Strike 3. Bauerschmidt gets out of it. The 3-1 into Coop, chopped on the ground. Bauerschmidt will field his position. A toss over to first in time for out number 1. Now Chris Morabito up at the plate, an average under 100, making just his 11th appearance of the season, and he'll ground that one easily over to Barnett, so the ground balls keep coming. See if his number gets called. Brady Green at the dish, limited at bats, and there it is. The ground ball to Yocker. He'll make the throw in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 4 hits and 24 ABs. Might have another one right here, going back and taking a leap at it, and he won't get there as Karstetter. So Deacon Bound with a leadoff double on a rough read from Karstetter with the ball that got caught in the wind and just kept carrying over his head. The 3-2 pitch misses outside, and that will bring home another run. So Bucknell now leads 3-0 on the bases loaded walk. The 0-2 popped up into left field. Yocker going back, coming in. Yocker makes a sliding catch. No, he does not make the play. It falls down in front of him, and everybody moves up a base. 1 run comes across to score. Zach Selfon with an RBI single. Bases loaded. The 3-2 offering. A chopper towards third. Molinaro makes the play, and he will tag out Matthias, but a run comes in to score. And it's now runners on first and second for the Bison, and a 5-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. Butash, the 1-2, goes to the fastball, called strike on the inner half, and that will finally end things here in the 3rd. He hit a baseball, I believe, 445 feet, and about 115 off the bat as that one's roped into right field. And once more, right at Morabito. Some hard contact from Anderson.
Great 90 degrees up in the air.
Wow. It's like looking at trains. That one straight up into the air. It's going to go back, and that's a ball in flight, but it just dies at the warning track. Spencer Barnett gave it a ride. Already mentioned it, but back-to-back 3-hit games for Molinaro. The 3-1, once more out towards right field. Ranging back is Morabito, over now to his right, and he'll make the play for out number 3. And that'll bring an end to the 3rd inning.
And McDonald's one that we saw last night in that 7-hole.
The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. And a fiery K for strikeout number 2 from Mason Butash.
Or at least try to minimize 3rd.
Yeah, it came into a rough spot, and it's back-to-back Ks for Mason Butash.
9 multi-hit games last year. He's already at 9 this season.
A swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. Green took off towards second, but it won't matter. Mason Butash gives up the leadoff single. About as good as the Bison coaching staff could ask for, and it's a called strike 3 on Joey DiMucci. Fastball on the inner half. Blicky's 3-1 offering. Chopper on the ground towards short. Ligoni there in time to throw to Green for 1 and on to first for the inning-ending double play. But no runs, and other than that, a pretty efficient outing. Chopped on the ground down the first base line. It stays fair. Porter will chase it down. 1 run across to score already, and everybody else holds up. So Zach Selfon had an RBI single back in the 3rd, gets himself an RBI double here.
And those obviously add up.
A check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Says third base umpire Scott Hart. Out number 1 on the frame, as much as they did last year. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Harrison Lawton with a big comeback strikeout for out number 2. The 0-2 to Bryce Molinaro, checks his swing, and they'll say he went around. So Molinaro goes down swinging for out number 2. Another huge chance for the Nittany Lions offense here. The 2-2 from Pavone, cut on and missed. And that will spell the end of the 5th inning. Another jam escaped for this Bucknell pitching staff. Couldn't find his footing there. The 2-2 pitch called, strike 3. Traumer goes down looking. And the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Back-to-back Ks for Skip Shanoski finishes things off. And 42 AB is good for a 262 average. First one he sees right back up the middle. It'll go into center field. Mercado will field, rounding third and coming home. The throw not in time. Zach Selfon will score. And it's now a 7-run cushion here in the top of the 7th. If things stand as they are, that's a call at strike 3. Deacon Bound goes down for out number 2. Really handed it to you all night. The 0-1 pitch chopped on the ground towards third. Molinaro can't get there on the dive. And nor can Preston Yocker. 2 runs will come in to score. And Bucknell has now extended this one to a 9-run lead. They've put up a 3-spot here in the top of the 7th inning. In both of those situations, 1 for 13 with runners on. The 2-2 offering cut on and missed to finally end this frame. 3 more runs. Davis cut on and missed the pitch. Will get away from behind home plate. And that will be out number 3. So once more, Penn State shut down and silenced.
We were talking about earlier where you chalk it up to a pitching duel.
The 2-1 in due process, skied into the air. Out towards right center field. Going back to make the play is Swenson. That's out number 3, and that will be the ball game. The Bucknell Bison come into Medler Field on a breezy Wednesday night